Guys, do you have questions? Diploma, bachelors, Sachs Polytechnic, University of Regina, permanent resident, school fees, job market, salary, and so much more? Don't go anywhere because this is the video for you. In today's video, in SIP, we'll be discussing the pros and cons of taking a bachelor's program and a diploma program, either at the University of Regina or at Sachs Polytechnic. So stay tuned, grab a drink, and learn. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. I will be answering all questions. If you also want me to do a video on certificate program or the master's program, please let me know in the comment section and I got you. As you guys can see, I have an empty seat right beside me. And we're going to be having a guest speaker today, my friend. She did a diploma program and I did a bachelor's program. And we're going to be talking about our experiences. So without further ado, let's just dive right into this video and invite our first guest. Round of applause. So welcome to SIP.
Thank you.
Our tradition is SIP is that we have to be sipping something.
Excited.
So you can either choose between tea or cocktail. So name your pick.
I'll go for cocktail.
Cocktail? Okay. So I'm going to be giving you this cocktail. I call it the pineapple special. It's pineapple with a hint of strawberry. Tastes amazing.
Okay.
And I'll just be having tea because, you know, again, it's cold. The weather is cold. But, okay. So here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
So let us get your first reaction. Am I a bartender or not?
It's good.
Yeah, boy.
And I do have my tea here. I'll be sipping on tea as well.
As you know, my name is Josephine, and I'm currently working as a financial analyst with the Ministry of Immigration and Career Training here in Saskatchewan. I studied business diploma with the focus in accounting at Sachs Polytech in Montreal.
So I think it's important to give a timeline to this video.
I finished in December 2020.
And when did you get your first business or accounting job?
I got it. So I finished, it's actually very funny. I finished December 18th, 2020, and then I started my job on the Monday because I finished on Friday, and then on Monday I resumed to work. So
if you see me looking here, I have the questions on my laptop, so that's why I'm looking at this area.
I was saying between easy and difficult. And again, I guess it depends on your area of focus, like if it's accounting, engineering, insurance, and different programs. So it depends on what you're studying. But I won't say hard.
In the middle,
in the middle. Yeah. For example, we have 5-6 classes that we have to do at a go.
Oh wow. I cannot relate.
University of Regina, right?
Yeah.
You get to choose your classes, right? I mean, the lowest is 3 classes, and then you won't take 4, 5, and highest 5. You're coming in this semester, and this is the classes that you're taking. You don't get to choose or even mismatch, and you're doing, okay, I'll take this one now, next semester. This is the class you're taking. So 5-6 classes, you're ready. So you really have to brace yourself and be ready to, going. So,
okay.
Well, yeah.
Quick disclaimer. So the difference between going to the university and Sachs Poly, for example, is university, we get to pick our classes. Minimum is 3, maximum 5. And then Sachs Polytechnic is you have your classes already mapped out for you. So you're coming, they're saying take 6, you take your 6. So it's almost like secondary school, but you already have your classes, right?
Exactly, yeah. And that's even for business, for engineering, they had 8 classes, 7 to 8 classes, and then they had labs and stuff that they have to take. So it's a lot to combine all at once.
Talking about the diploma program now, and we're just going to dive into the pros and the cons of taking a diploma program. Now, as a disclaimer, this is just our personal experiences, right? So we are going to be sharing based on our personal experiences. It's just to advise and help you, and based on what you've heard today, you can go and make your own decision, right?
Number one would be is fast. A diploma, like most times usually 2 to 3 years, depending on but most times usually 2 years. So it's fast. If you're looking for something, you want to quickly do and get into the job market, it's a very good option. So number two would be is you have fewer classes to take. So again, degree, is a 4-year span, so you have more classes to take. So this one is 2 years, so you have more shorter, fewer classes to take. And then 3 will be you get practical, in-depth experience. So for example, where I would say this is even more beneficial for people is like for example, engineering, civil engineering, and people that have to do hands-on experience. Basically, diploma will be good for them because they get to get the opportunity to have practical things to do. And then number 4 will be it's cost effective. So I mean, if you are looking to save a few more coins, a few more dollars right there, there you go, you have that option, right? So like you get it done and be able to save up for that option. And one thing I mentioned, I just said now, U of R, I know for universities, like I don't know if they've changed it, but as of what I knew earlier on, like you have to pay as the semester goes and stuff like that. Sax Polytech, Sax Polytech in general, you have to pay for the whole year. Usually that's how it works.
Wow.
Yeah, so you really have to really save up and be going. I mean, they do have, but you have to pay when you come in, you pay, I think, as of when I was studying, it was 16,000 a year. So you have to pay at least half of it when they give you the admission and everything, and then at least by the end of the semester of the year, you have to be paying the rest. Yeah, but at least they pay the whole year thing. So it's not like this semester you're paying, next semester, that kind of thing. So I mean, I guess that'll be the con compared to university. So but yeah, basically that's
so benefits. So I think it's important to note that with Sax Polytechnic you have to pay for the full year. I mean, once you start, you can pay half of the money.
Yeah.
We don't know if things have changed now, but usually that was the case. The good thing is that, I mean, you've paid for the whole year, so you don't have to be bothered.
True.
But with the University of Virginia, you can pay by semester, right? But you have to round up the payment for the next semester before you can take classes in the new semester. But that way can also be beneficial because you're not paying so much money. But if you think about it, though, you're saying $16,000 a year. I'm thinking about it in U of R. A class was about $2,000.
Yeah.
So we are paying $6,000. It depends on how many classes you're taking.
True.
So if you're taking 3 classes, that's $6,000. 5 classes, that's $9,000.
True though.
So you can compare to the money rates.
Right? I say it's cost efficient as well.
Cost efficient,
so you're able to save at least a good sum of money when taking the diploma course. If it's something you don't want to go the long length and you don't have the money for it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Just do it and then you're done.
So before we go into the next question, I just want to note that for diploma programs, especially in Sax Polytechnic, if you're somebody that wants to do something skill or training related, I would suggest to do your diploma at Sax Polytechnic. There's also diploma options at universities, but for that hands-on experience, that's something I really like about Sax Polytechnic. And I think that's why employers rush you guys.
Yes.
Because they know that you guys are coming with, university is more theory. Even if it's practical, it's not that deep. But Sax Polytechnic was created to be very practical.
Yeah, they literally even bring people out there doing the job, and they bring them to I remember even one time we were doing one class on auditing, and then they brought people that are actually out there in the field doing it already, just to advise us, give us examples and stuff too. So yeah, you do get the hands-on experience. Number one would be not all employment will be accessible to you. Some will require you to have a degree for you to go on with that position. So yeah, I won't say all restricted, but somewhat restricted. And again, it's depending on what you're looking for as well. But yeah, I would say there's a little bit of gap in terms of that. Like there will be more opportunity for the people that have the degree, unlike people that have the diploma. And the second option will be like you want to advance in your career. Ongoing demand for education, basically, like again, depending on what you're studying, you might have to go back to school to get your degree, because it gets to a point where like, okay, the diploma is not doing it anymore, like. But yeah, basically those two are really the main cons, for taking diploma. I'll say it's pretty okay, it's pretty good, pretty decent. You can I said depend on, I guess, where you studied, like where you got a diploma from, but it's pretty good. Like you're able to get a good job to start with, because they still give, regardless of if you're a diploma or a degree holder,
if you're qualified,
exactly, and if you have the experience as well, like sometimes it's not really about your education and stuff. It depends on your experience as well, right? So if you have the experience, I would say it's pretty much the same thing. The only thing that I said before is like when you're advancing in your career, like when you're trying to get that management position, or like you will need more. That's where exactly that's where the restriction might come in. But for starting out, it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of my friends that do diploma, you guys won't get jobs before us. So yeah.
And I feel like also like even talking about the hands-on experience to like cope as well. Like if that's part of your requirement for your program, that's even more awesome for you, because there's the high chance of you getting job after school as well, right? So if you did co-op, like there's a high chance as well. So I think it's pretty much the same thing for anyone that has a degree as well. You just, when you're going up the ladder, then there's a bit more harder to get.
Guys, choose a program that will give you co-op experience.
Yes,
very important. Very important. What is the money like? What is the pay like? Tell us, are we going to be rich or not?
I mean, you will really get the worth of what you studied at the school. That's for sure. That's for sure. But I'll say, basically you start with like, from 21 or maybe even 24. I mean, depending on what you studied in school as
and
well.
Workplace too.
And your workplace, So depending on this thing, what you studied, your qualification, your experience can add a bump to it as well. But yeah, it's just like 21 to 30. That could be like a good starting point for you. And but you really get a good amount.
And I would say, like, for people that are looking to migrate to Canada, for example, if you already have like a bachelor's or a master's in your country, and you want to come and repeat it here again, diploma might be a good option for you. Definitely. Because you have that experience, you have that skill set, and you're just building on it. So diploma might be an option that you might lean towards, instead of coming to do a whole bachelor 4-year program again. So that's
you can use the opportunity to try something else. So like, for example, if you did bachelor's in I don't know, health studies or something, like you can come here and do accounting and add a little bit of experience. You guys studies and doing accounting or something else, like
spice it up.
And now they'll be rushing you like
and then they rush us.
They rush us. Not the rush us.
I always tell myself, if I want to switch into a different career path, I think like a diploma will be good, because like I'm not investing 4 years, but I know and I have enough to still give me a job, but still know if I really want to further in that field. True. Like, let's just take a minute. I do not come all the way from my country to come here. I'm not here. You get what I mean? So, this diploma, can it give us some papers?
Definitely, I'll say yes. Because again, like, it's not like you have a higher chance that someone come here take a certificate, for example, right? So diploma at least is 2 years and 3 years, depending on what the program. But you get the same years you get for when you're going for a degree. Like it's still
the graduate work permit is 3 years after a diploma and a bachelor program. So you're still getting your 3 years.
Basically. So you still have that space or that time to be able to get a job. So but it's definitely,
obviously PR has other requirements, so you have to meet other requirements. But for the education wise, as long as you get a job in the field you study, you're able to get it, and you have enough time in your work permit to gather and prepare and do all those things. And sometimes even if you don't end up getting the job you studied after school, but 3 years is time that you can move around, you can upgrade, or you can even grow in your company to the place that you want to like get your PR. Does that make sense? So yeah. All right.
I'll say weigh the options that you have. I mean, it's good to know, what are my options for taking certificate, diploma, degree. And again, I feel like it boils down to what you are looking for as well, right? So look at all the options, ask questions. Very, very important, ask questions. Your research, look at all the options, and then depending on where you fall under, are you just trying to look for something you could just get quick and fast? Then I guess diploma is for you. Basically weigh your options and then see, like, if it's money, if you're financially constrained, like, you probably want to go for the diploma. But I mean, if you have the support already, you might as well go for the degree. And then if you're looking for something in the long run, because sometimes it depends on, you don't want to just want to focus on, I want something I want to get now and here, and or you are looking to get your PR, or maybe you're coming in and you're like, okay, I just want to do something fast and move on. I would say maybe rethink and look at the options again, because yes, we're looking at now as well, but you also want to look at the future as well.
To wait for you in front.
Exactly, like I'm taking that degree or that certificate now, and then 2 years down the line, you're like, should I just take my degree? So it depends on, so weigh the options, ask questions. You can never ask enough, and then they make your decisions.
I think that's really spot on. Like, you want to make a decision that is best for you. So that's the goal of this video, to give you all the options and then you make your decision, right? Look at your current situation. If you're financially constrained, you don't have to have a bachelor degree right away. That might be your goal, but if you can start with diploma, then you can get a job, get your PR, have some money, and then you can go back to school, right? And then, because if you're a permanent resident, that's what is PR, in case you keep on saying PR, and if you're a permanent resident, the school fees is actually cheaper, so that would also help you as well. I did a bachelor's in health study from the University of Regina. I work as a caseworker for refugees and immigrants. I graduated in 2019. It's not hard, it's not difficult, it's not also easy. I think for me the benefits would be, as you've even said, career advancement. There are some kind of jobs you want to apply for that you might just go there and see bachelors, right? So if you did a bachelor's, it gives you more confidence to apply for those jobs, right? The second one is, if you also want to advance with bachelors, there are so many opportunities. Several places will need a bachelor's, and you can qualify for each and every one of them, right? Pay advancements, sometimes like the pay will be very different for someone that did a diploma and someone that did a bachelor's. But at the end of the day, my digital experience, to be honest, is just based on experience. So I can start with a low pay, but the more I go in the organization, the higher my pay, which is similar in Canada anyways.
They have all these certifications and you can get to
up to your skills. Next one will be knowledge advancement. If you're someone that is very interested in knowledge and gaining knowledge, bachelor's will be a good start for you as well, because like from bachelor's you can look into masters, PhD, and all those things. So if you're someone that thinks that you want to have get more degrees or get more qualifications under your belt, then a degree would be a good option. The last point I also like to note is, if you're someone that have never had a degree before, I would highly suggest a degree, because sometimes it can help to just have that that foundation. However, if you're not able to do it right now, that's okay. You can also start with a diploma, finish school, work your papers, get your PR, and then you can go back, because the fees will be cheaper. I would just say maybe from anywhere from $19 to $30 something. Like, the pay depends. People grow in their career, people have different organizations. An organization can be paying you $25, the next one can be $20, the next one can be $30. So it just depends. So we pay, there's a variety of options, but you definitely grow as you advance in your career, right?
That's very true. Because I could remember, like, when I was searching for jobs in the market, and even just in working in government, different government organizations have different pay. Like what I'm doing right now, somebody doing it in another ministry have a higher pay than me. So like as you said, like it just depends. The pay range can really differ.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah,
this is the pay.
yeah.
It's not like Yes, it is. As long as you're able to get a job in the field you studied, or you have an employer that is willing to help and support you, then definitely you can get your permanent residency in Canada for sure with a degree program, right? And you also get 3-year work permit, so you have 3 years to work, gain skill, and then in those 3 years you apply for permanent residency. Whatever you want to study, make sure you like it because it's 4 years of your time, money, time, resources. There's a lot of things. Yeah, so you just need to make sure that what you're putting in can also get you out as well. I would say go for it if you have the funds to do it, for sure. If you're someone that is more knowledge focused, for sure. If you're someone that just even wants to have a bachelor's, for sure, right? So thank you so much, Josephine, for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. We are really appreciative, and I know this will help so many people.
You enjoyed that cocktail? You can see that it's even most them. So
I should open a business, have you?
No.
Money conscious. Have a side business. So anyways, I'm hoping that this conversation was inspiring to you guys. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this section, and stay tuned for my next video. So do you have any final words?
Yes, subscribe to our channel.
If I hear it,
if you want to see this more, I'm very sure you will see. There's probably a lot in stock for you.
Plenty plans. I have great plans for you.
Subscribe, turn on the notification bell.
Thank you so much, guys, and I'll catch you on my next video. Bye.